A moment of closure for the Moloise and Mngomezulu families. For almost 4 decades, both families were denied the right to mourn and bury their loved ones as the apartheid government refused to hand over their remains. Through the intervention of the Department of Justice's Truth and Reconciliation Commission unit and the NPA's Missing Persons Task Team, the families can now bury their loved ones with dignity.
Benjamin's soul will now rest in peace, and more importantly, his mother, her soul will definitely be resting in peace because she fought tooth and nail for the justice of her son. She went from pillar to post, went overseas, went everywhere looking for justice for her son. And today, wherever she is, she will be happy.
I last saw my nephew in the 80s when I visited him. He was detained in prison by the apartheid police. I spoke to him and told him to be strong. He said he would, and that was the last time I ever saw or heard from him. We tried our best to get his remains released, but we failed.
Weighing in on the newly announced Commission of Inquiry into non-prosecution of the perpetrators, Minister Kubayi says the President is a step closer to announce the names of the people who will lead the Judicial Commission of Inquiry as the terms of reference have been finalized.
The President will announce the name once he has consulted with the Chief Justice, because as you know, the requirement is that he has to do it with Chief Justice, so it's within that, but it should be done quite soon. The announcement, the terms of reference have been agreed to, because that's the most important thing. Once the terms of reference have been announced and also the judicial team has been appointed, I will, as the Minister and together with the team in the Presidency and Minister Mngomezulu, sit together with them so that we can map out the way forward and we do the contractual processes to ensure that this starts as soon as possible. But from justice point of view, we are ready, and that's why the terms of reference have already been agreed to by ourselves, with the President, signed off by the President, and we have been able to negotiate this with the families.
Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the ANC, which Moloise and Mngomezulu belong to, says those who fail to give a detailed and transparent account before the TRC must face the full might of the law. He added that the handing over and reburial of the 2 former MK combatants serves as a reminder that the country's freedom was not free.
Old as they are, people who did not come and give full disclosure must be prosecuted. And that brings closure to the processes of the TRC. And our government is acting on that. And all the perpetrators are brought to book, and to establish exactly what happened in terms of these cases. And as the African National Congress, we have been in support of this important work that is done by the government.
Minister Kubayi says her department will soon conclude the project of handing over the remains of those who were hung at the gallows. To date, 180 remains have since been recovered. The department will now be seized with bringing back the remains of political activists who lost their lives in other countries. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.